You know what I'm really bad at? Ordering things and then forgetting that I ordered them. And then the postman is coming to your house every single day and you can just tell he's getting fed up with me. With that in mind, check out what I got in the mail during the weekend. I do just want to say a massive shout out to the guys over at Nanlight and Sigma for supporting me and my channel. Literally, I've got a whole new setup pretty much, ready for the studio tour 2021. I'm just too excited to set up all this stuff. We've got a mix panel here. We've got another Pavo Tube 6C. These are just the best things to ever exist. I always take my one out when I'm doing night photography, and now I have two. So that is bloody amazing. We've got a projection attachment. I think in here is a lantern softbox and another softbox for my Forza 60, and then in here is another projection attachment. So you guys are just too kind to me. All right, welcome back now to the desk. I have been trying to find the answer to this mystery. I've been trying to crack this mystery for the longest amount of time. There is absolutely nothing worse, right, in this photography world, apart from losing your camera, than having a absolute banger of a photo that is super sharp. You've spent hours working on it, you go to upload it onto Instagram, and then it just compresses the shit out of it. And you're just thinking, now, what a waste of time. That just looks so garbage. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you guys the method that I've been using for the past few months to get my pictures to look super sharp on Instagram. And I have had so many different methods in the past that I have followed, and I think this one works the absolute best. If you want your pictures to look super sharp on Insta, I would recommend doing this. I don't know if this will work for you, but this has just been working for me. So if it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry. I think I've cracked it, okay? I feel like I've unsolved the maddest mystery ever because I've been trying to figure this out for such a long time. To start off, here I have my image. I've edited it. It looks sick, right? I'm happy with it. Bearing in mind, you're gonna need Lightroom and Photoshop to do this, and this is what I have been doing. So once you're in Lightroom, you wanna crop your image to 4:5. That is a max amount of screen space you are gonna be taking up on Instagram, right? So when you upload it, you want it to look good, you want it to take up that whole screen, right? It's now cropped. Now what you wanna do is you wanna go and you wanna open that picture in to Photoshop. I'm not sure if any of you know this, but Instagram has told us that the max resolution they offer for a 4:5 image is 1080 by 1350. But if you crop your image down to that size in Photoshop or in Lightroom, Instagram will still then compress it. So I had to learn that the hard way because I was compressing my images down to 1080 by 1350 and Instagram was still compressing even that down, and it just ended up looking garbage and it was awful, right? So do not use that method. Recently, and only recently, have I found out that instead of compressing it down to 1350, actually doubling it to 2700. Once you have your picture open in Photoshop, make any adjustments, use your content aware, your healing brush, do whatever. You want to go up to image, right? And then hit image size and then change the width to 2700. And you want to make sure that the resample box is ticked, and next to it, you want it to be reduction, right? So by cubic sharpener reduction, because you know Instagram are going to reduce that when you upload it onto the platform. Press OK, and now, boom, you've reduced the size of it. If I go to filter, sharpen, and then just press sharpen, that is it. I don't now need to sharpen it when I open it in Instagram. I haven't noticed a difference with this if I do it in or out of the app, but I've just been doing it in Photoshop. I've been sharpening it in Photoshop. Then once that is sharpened, you wanna go File, Save As, save it to your computer or wherever you wanna save it to. Then obviously format, you wanna do it to JPEG, and then save it to your desktop. So that's what I usually do. Save it to your desktop and then save. Then this little box is going to come up. Quality 12, make sure it's 12, and make sure this little box here is set to progressive, right? Make sure that's the only one that is ticked. Then hit OK. Now, what I will do is I will then get that image and then I will airdrop it to my phone from my Mac. Or if I'm on my PC, I'll just use Google Drive. Hopefully, by the gods, your picture will look tack sharp when you upload it onto Instagram. I cannot tell you the amount of days I've spent on that computer behind me trying to figure this out. So if any of you have any other methods that you use to get sharp images onto Instagram, let me know, but this is the method that I've been using and works really well for me, right? I'm so happy I've finally cracked it. Honestly, I feel like I've just found all the Horcruxes. I have realized, okay, as some of you know, I have two cameras. I have an A7 III, which I do a lot of my video work on, and I have an A7R II, which I do my photo work on. Now, my A7R II is a 42 megapixel camera. My A7 III is a 24 megapixel camera. I actually do not use my A7R II that much, even though it's a high megapixel camera, for a few reasons. If I'm on a paid shoot with a client, a paid photo shoot, I will most likely take my A7R II because it's got high megapixel. I'm going to allow the client or whoever I'm taking photos for, I'm going to give them that option to be able to crop into images. But if I'm out and I'm taking pictures for myself or just for Instagram, I will probably take my A7 III, because if I'm going to send pictures to my friends or whoever I'm out taking pictures with, it won't take as long to send them over because you're going to be working with half the amount of storage space. Second of all, if you're posting pictures on Instagram, I don't actually notice the difference in megapixel. Even when you're looking at it on Instagram, yeah, you can see that the shot is sharp, but there's no way you're looking at that and you're thinking, okay, that's definitely shot with a 42 megapixel camera or that shot on 24 megapixel camera. You just don't. That's not what Instagram, or when you go on Instagram, you sort of look for, right? And this is now relating back to what this whole topic, this whole video is on. So you don't actually need, or I don't think you need, a very high megapixel camera if you are solely taking pictures for Instagram. And that is pretty much the end of the video. I know that was a really, really short tutorial, but hopefully it has been the most useful one. And I think it's the most useful one I've made for any of you lot out there. If this has helped, please let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, don't forget to leave a like, rating, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all very, very soon in a few days. Take care. Peace. So I've rigged a little switch underneath my foot. So now if I want to turn my light on, look at that. Absolutely genius of me.